breast cancer, her son Warren has been her rock. The New England Dessert Showcase has a partnership with Living Social, a website that offers great deals for events in your area. But what makes Honk different than other music festivals is that it's not just for the expert musicians. Anyone who wants to be part of the community can participate, no matter your age, size, or musical instrument. But although the Olympics brought more attention to Whistler, many local stores are not happy with how business has been since the Games. Hello and welcome to EIV News Live at 9. And it looks like love has run out of luck in Sin City. And the Celtics were on a roll until last night. We know you just moved in, so kick back, relax, and enjoy your insider's guide to everything Emerson. People are tweeting where they're hanging out, what election campaign parties they're at. You probably think you've tried it all when it comes to hamburgers, but not at Mr. Bartley's. This burger cottage in Harvard Square has some odd food combinations named after the biggest celebrities, politicians, and even social media.
And this is Lion's Den.
Roar! Frustration has been high with the commuter rail this winter. Rail officials are aiming to propose improvements this week after state officials demanded a meeting to better the rail system. Smartphone apps continue making life a little bit easier. It was a long and bumpy road, but Governor Deval Patrick has won himself a second term. Over the course of the grueling two-year election, Patrick had to defeat not one, but three aggressive challengers: Republican Charlie Baker, Independent Timothy Cahill, and the Green Rainbow Party's Jill Stein. 95% of the precincts reporting have him winning with 49% of the votes. Authorities in Orange County, California are investigating graffiti messages threatening both President Obama and Governor Jerry Brown. Some victims of the Gulf oil spill still have not received their share of the $20 billion compensation promised by President Obama. Canton will receive 24,000 panels, which will create 5.6 megawatts of power. The Bay State requires utilities to buy at least 6% of their power from renewable energy sources. Each certificate will generate one solar credit for each megawatt hour, allowing utilities to meet their 6% goals. The MBTA's If You See Something, Say Something campaign is gaining national attention. As expected, the United States House of Representatives has a new majority. The Republicans claimed over 60 seats, far more than the 39 needed to create a majority over House Democrats. The new Speaker of the House, John Boehner, says this GOP overhaul will show President Obama that the American people want change. Boehner addressed a crowd of supporters with a quivering lip and even a few tears Tuesday night. In total, over 30 incumbent Democrats were defeated for seats in the House. There was only one incumbent Republican who lost. Well, this week it's finally starting to feel like winter is coming. We hit a low of only 40 degrees this week. Brr! So hopefully you are learning to adjust and adding more layers of clothing to your wardrobe. I know I'm still going to wear my flip-flops as long as I can get away with it. But even though we here at the Common Agenda can't change the weather or give you all warm clothes to wear, we still have a lot to offer you today. Tweet, tweet! Hey everyone, welcome to our Halloween episode of the Common Agenda. I'm your host and Twitter bird. Did you know Emerson College has not always been Emerson College? Well, what I mean is, the school was founded in 1880 by Charles Wesley Emerson, but he named it the Boston Conservatory of Elocution, Oratory, and Dramatic Art. That's a mouthful. Then, after 1 year, the school changed its name to the Monroe Conservatory of Oratory. Then in 1890, it changed to Emerson College of Oratory. And finally, 1939, it took on its final name, Emerson College, plain and simple. Phew! Who knew that a communication-heavy school would change its name so many times? Can someone grab me a water? Well, this week, a lot of Emersonians had midterms, which means you may have just taken your first college exam. Ah! If so, congratulations, you have reached a milestone in your college career. Well, did you ever want to take a trip to the moon? Well, check your oxygen tanks, secure your helmets, and look no further than Emerson's very own Paramount Black Box. Have a fun long weekend. Don't do anything Mr. Columbus wouldn't approve of, which, you know, who knows what that would be. Have a great Thanksgiving break. Eat all the food you possibly can, and then bring back leftovers. My freshman year, I brought back 2 entire pies after break. I'm not even kidding. Of course, I shared them with my roommates, but you should share yours with me. Well, there is so much good news this week in sports, especially if you're a basketball fan. Last night marked opening night of the NBA season, and so far it's off to a big start. In brighter Celtics news, though, on Friday, Paul Pierce reached the 20,000-point milestone. Congrats, Mr. Truth! The Celtics beat the Miami Heat. On their home court, the boys in green were able to shut down LeBron to win 88-80. Well, they didn't actually shut down LeBron. He had 32 points in the game, but that wasn't enough to beat Ray Allen and Paul Pierce, who had 20 and 19 points respectively. This season, he played in 6 games, making 4 tackles, a half a sack, and 1 special teams tackle. And exciting news for all you Red Sox fans out there. No, they're not in the World Series, sorry. But ticket prices for next year's games were announced on Tuesday. In other Patriots news, this week Tom Brady's hair is bigger than ever. In headlines, that is. Turns out that what we all thought was a perfect head of hair may not be so perfect after all. The National Enquirer has reported that Brady's car was seen outside of a hair transplant office in Rhode Island on November 9th. Dr. Leonard's office has not confirmed that Brady is a patient, but speculators are saying that Brady's wife, Giselle, might be behind this possible makeover. Hair restoration is a surgical procedure that requires at least a week of recovery time, and it can cost up to $18,000. So it looks like Mr. Brady might have some bad hair days just like the rest of us, only his are more expensive. In the Twitter sphere, we are ahead of a lot of the cable networks because people are tweeting so quickly. Right now, Mark Lachese, actually an Emerson professor, just tweeted that the Massachusetts governor race is pretty much over because Governor Deval Patrick is up by 38,000 votes with just 25% of the votes in, which he says is too much for Baker to make up. Someone has tweeted that they voted for Joe Jonas. Someone else also tweeted that they voted for Justin Bieber. So we don't really know if those people are paying attention here on the Twitter sphere. Someone tweeted a few minutes ago that I saw that they are wishing there would be some surprises in this election because they were expecting Barney Frank to win, they were expecting Martha Coakley to win Attorney General, and they're expecting Governor Deval Patrick to win another 4 years, which so far it's looking like it's going to turn out that way. What are people going to tweet about for tomorrow? Because on Sunday, people were tweeting about Halloween, last night tweeting about the World Series, of course, and today everyone is tweeting nonstop about the election, so what will they tweet about tomorrow? Well, they might be tweeting about all the results that they find out tonight. The miracle of science is the perfect formula of fun, food, and equations. And who knows, come here often enough, and you may even find some good chemistry. Here, you can participate in the competition of a real athlete, a hot dog eating contest. But with the hot dogs they serve here, you'll find the challenge is harder than you think. You can make sure you never miss a play, because they have 52 TVs to watch them on. Let's see why Sports Illustrated rated this place the #1 sports bar in America. The foods are so pretty you won't want to eat them, but you'll be glad when you do. Well, now it is time for our new pop culture segment. So first up, okay, Austin, which is a better crossover? Justin Bieber playing basketball in the Celebrity All-Star Game last weekend, or Kobe Bryant acting? Have you seen that commercial? I love it. I'm going to go with Kobe on this one. I think Kobe Bryant's acting beats Justin Bieber's basketball. I do have Bieber fever. I am a big fan of Justin Bieber, I will say. His haircut, I don't know. They do have a lot of returning players that bring experience to the team. Many players from the 2010 squad were honored by the GNAC, including catcher Jeff Lopes and pitcher Zach Levine. So it'll be interesting to see how they're doing so far this season.
What team are you looking forward to watching most this season?
Well, you know, I'm always kind of embarrassed to say it because they're a little bit of a roll of the dice, but I am a true Seattle fan at heart, so always going to look forward to watching the Mariners.
A little bit of a roll of the dice.
A lot of
Did they win a
bit.
game last year?
March Madness began yesterday, and there have been so many close games already. There were 16 games last night. Another 16 are being played today. There's just so much going on.
You are actually tied for third in the Lions Den Bracket Challenge right now.
Wow, look at that. I should have had those last 3 games, though, those dang buzzer beater shots. Well, all the higher seeds did get the win in the West regions as well. UConn had a huge win over Bucknell, and San Diego State had no problem against Northern Colorado. My favorite game to watch was the Temple-Penn State game, which also came down to the final minutes. With less than 1 second left on the clock, number 7 seed Temple made an 18-footer to take the win 66-60.